welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I help agency owners scale their businesses. In a previous video, this one, or over here, it's going to be on one side, I talked about how to improve the traffic and engagement to your LinkedIn business page. Not your personal page, your business page. The feedback I got from you was that you wanted more help setting up the page to begin with from scratch. So that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. Before you can create a company page on LinkedIn, there are a few requirements you have to meet. First of all, you have to have a personal page, and that page has to be under your name. All right, so if you created a personal profile, but you did it under a business name or some other name that's not your own, it needs to be under your own name. Otherwise, you could get marked as spam or abuse, okay? The second thing you want to make sure you do is verify the email address connected to that account. If you already have a personal account that you've been using, you've already done this. If you are just now creating your account, make sure you verify the email. Lastly, again, if your profile is new, you want to make sure you start adding a few connections because LinkedIn does require you to have a few personal connections before you can create a company page. Oddly, they don't specify how many connections you need, so I would start with 5 to 10 and then see if LinkedIn will allow you to create your company page then. Okay, so once you've got your personal page all set up and it meets those requirements, and also make sure you get to work keeping it active and engaging. I've got tons of videos on that. I'll drop the links below. But once you meet all of these requirements, you can go ahead and create your company page. Okay, so let's get to that next. I'm going to share my screen and we are going to create a LinkedIn company page together from scratch. So I'm logged into LinkedIn. Once you are logged in, you're going to go to the top right corner here, click on work, and then click on create a company page. So we are going to create a company page for my website, which is megangrant.net. All right. Now the first thing it's going to ask you to do is select what type of business you are, or in this case, educational institution is for schools. I'm a small business. That's what most of you probably are as well. So we're going to roll with this. And we're going to start going through all these fields. So the name, it's me, it's my company. I'm just going to put my name in here. If I was making one for my agency, I would put Spark Content Agency, whatever the company name is. This will not happen to you unless you were already creating a page like I was. In preparing for this video, I was messing around with building a company page and I deleted my work, but LinkedIn doesn't understand that. So that's why I'm getting this warning. So I'm just going to do this so that I can move on with this demo. You should not have that problem, okay? You will see that when I typed in my name, the URL auto-populated. Obviously, you can edit this, but you probably don't need to. Whatever your company name is, that should be the URL. Website, that's just your domain. So we paste that right in. Moving on to company details. Obviously, all of this will depend on your own company. You've got lots of industries to choose from. Because I teach and coach other agency owners, I'm just going to put e-learning because my main offer is my program, Revenue Spark. Company size. Okay. Profile details. I am not here to tell you how to design a logo because I'm not a graphic designer. LinkedIn tells us it needs to be 300 by 300, which is a perfect square. So really quickly, I just went into Canva, used this template, and put my name in it. All right, that's all I'm doing for the sake of this video to keep it really simple. So we're going to drop that right in here. It's uploading. The tagline is basically a quick sentence or phrase about what your business does. I'm just going to take this right from my website header and put that in there. This box right here is basically asking you to confirm that you have permission to create this page, which I do. You should too. Create page. All right, so the page exists. That was it. It was really simple, but we're not done. What's really helpful here is that LinkedIn tells you how far along you are in completing your page, and it will even tell you what you need to finish filling out. So we're going to go through these one by one. Description. What does your business do? I'm going to pause this video real quick, write this, and then we'll be right back. That'll do it. I filled this out very quickly. The focus of this video is not how to write an excellent description. I just want you to see all of the fields you need to cover. One thing I do want to point out is that you want to make sure to include keywords that are relevant to your business. So here's an example. Because I coach agency owners, I made sure to include digital marketing agencies, social media marketing agencies, SMMAs, content marketing agencies. These are important keywords for me because that's who I'm targeting. That's who I coach. I coach other agency owners. I also included a call to action at the bottom telling people they can visit me online or they can go watch my YouTube content. All right, they give you 2,000 characters. I would spend more time on this to use up every single character. All right, this is excellent real estate. Take advantage of it. The next field is the URL. We had already put that in, so we're good. If you don't yet have a website, you could just check this. All of this is already done. Phone number. It's not required. I would not put your personal phone number in here. You don't want that making its way around the internet. If you have a business line, great. I do. I have a free Google Voice number, but honestly, I hardly ever use it. I just don't feel the need to put my number here. Year founded, for me, that was 2017. Add a specialty. Awesome. LinkedIn's glitching out and this button isn't working. That's okay. So when you click on this, and assuming it actually works, LinkedIn will let you add specialties, so kind of like subcategories. Use up as many of those 20 as you can. Just make sure that they are specific to your business. Make sure that they are very relevant. Everything you're filling out here is going to help LinkedIn determine who to show this page to. You want to show it to the right people. Okay, so let's click save and see what our progress is looking like. We'll come back to that. All right, so we made a little more progress here. Location, let's go there next. Now, for a lot of people, because so many of our companies are remote, if you don't have a street address, that's okay. I do, but I don't really want to put it, and I don't have to. No one ever really needs my street address anyway. Again, don't put your home address. Only put an address if it is a business location or like a P.O. box or something like that. I have a mailbox in Las Vegas, but again, it's not really necessary for this. I would put the country and the city. This doesn't hurt either. So these fields are optional, but honestly, it's one more field I'm able to fill out. It's no sweat off my back. I don't care if people know I'm in Las Vegas. So we can fill out those few fields, fill out your country, save. And let's see here. Cool, we're getting there. Let's go to hashtags next. Now it lets us add up to 3 hashtags, and when you add these, you will see posts that use that hashtag in your feed so that you can respond to them. All right? Again, make these relevant to your business. I work with agency owners, okay? So maybe I would put SMMA because a lot of my students own a social media marketing agency. Maybe I would put digital marketing, and maybe I would put entrepreneurship. I can spell. Now, I'm going through this quickly, but what I'm going to do in the description below this video, I will drop the link to another video that I have on LinkedIn hashtags. Go watch that video because it will help you understand what to put in here. Okay? You want to do a little research on these. But again, the point of this video is to just show you all of the things you want to complete when you're building your page. So we're going to save and exit out of this and see how we're doing on progress. We are almost there. We've got one more thing we need to do before we start posting, and that is create a custom button. All right, so you can turn this off, but you shouldn't. You want to have this button, and LinkedIn gives you, was it 4 or 5? 5 different options here. Contact us, learn more, register, sign up, and visit website. This will depend on what you're trying to achieve with this page. I know that I want to send people back to my website because once they're there, they can read my blog, they can learn more about my program, so I want them to go there. I'm going to leave this as it is then, and it's not prompting me to save because that's what was already in there, so I'm just going to X out. I don't know why that's still there, but we did do it, so I'm not going to stress about that. One thing I want to point out, you can still edit any of this at any time. Just because it's disappearing from here doesn't mean you can't, revise it. So if you just go to edit page, you'll see everything we just worked on, and, you would just go through these one by one. So again, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either go to edit page here at any time, or when you are first building your page, you can just use the prompts up here. All right. And our page, for the most part, is done. We would want to create a cover image, which, again, is something else you can do right in Canva. And it's giving you the pixel sizes right here, so you can honestly just copy-paste these, put these into the custom dimensions in Canva, like that, create new design, and there you go. So if it's not in your budget right now to hire a designer, which is totally okay, borrow a Canva template, throw your company name in it, and call it a day. It's okay. You can always revisit this in the future. And at that point, you would be good to go. One thing I want to point out to you here is that inviting connections to follow is a really good way to kickstart your engagement and your traffic. But invite people that it makes sense to invite. So because this is for my company, Megan Grant, which, like I said, targets agency owners, I would go through my contacts. It's only going to show you your contacts. And I would look for people who are maybe like freelancers, consultants, or people who already have an agency and who are in the fields of social media, digital marketing, writing, editing, and I would invite them because ultimately the content that I'm going to be sharing on this page is going to be relevant to them. So invite people. It makes sense to invite. They give you 100 credits a month. 1 invite is 1 credit. You can invite up to 100 people a month. That's huge. That's a lot. LinkedIn is super generous with that. And from here, you would start creating posts. I've got a whole video on that. I mentioned it earlier in this video. I will drop that link below. But that's it in a nutshell. Pretty simple, right? I know some of these steps might seem a little tedious, but don't rush through them, okay? Take your time getting through this process because you are building the foundation of your company page. This is where it all starts. And if you rush through it and don't pay attention to the quality and the accuracy of the information that you're providing, then the foundation that you're building is shaky. Remember that building up this page and increasing the traffic and engagement, it doesn't happen overnight, okay? That's okay. That's not how life works. Focus on consistently posting, even if it's once a week, that's great. Just be consistent and focus on providing value to the people who are going to be visiting that page. Prioritize serving others. That's the best, simplest way you can think of this. If you serve others, the page is naturally going to grow. I use LinkedIn almost daily to grow my own agency. I use it to source leads, to connect with leads, and ultimately to turn those leads into clients. My agency is doing almost $20,000 a month in revenue, and that would not have been possible without LinkedIn. If you want to learn my exact process and what I teach my students, then you might be interested in Revenue Spark, the agency accelerator. I will drop the link to the program below. If you're interested in possibly enrolling, book a call with me and we can talk more. All right, that's all for today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and support my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss my new content, and I'll see you in the next video.